A short video on how you can transfer files from Orion to your local computer. Let's start with the MOBA Xterm. Let's say you have a Windows computer and you are logged in with MOBA Xterm terminal, right? And now I have this assignment 1 HTML file that I want to download so I can hand it in on Canvas, right? And here on the left hand side here you can see a graphical sort of overview of your home folder, right? And here is my assignment 1 folder, and down here if I double click on this one it opens, and down here is the file I want. And actually when you have MOBA Xterm like this is super simple. You simply just grab the file with your left mouse button and drag it to your desktop. And then it's transferred. Couldn't be simpler than that. Here it is now on my local computer. Okay, what I also do or what I typically do when I transfer files, I don't do it this way, even if I could. I have an alternative software here called WinSCP. WinSCP. Let me double click on it. This is a free software you can install just like MOBA Xterm. And then it opens like this, and now I have to log into Orion since this is sort of the first time. And then I click on New Site here, and then I type in, just as we did when we logged into Orion the first time with the terminal, login.orion.nmbu.no. That should be the host name, right? Port number 22 is probably fine. I also put in my username here this time. bin 310 23 48 is my username. I don't put in the password. And then I click login like this. And then the password is asked for. Type it in and OK. Now you should see something like this, a screen split in two. And on the right hand side here we see the Orion home folder, right? And on the left hand side you see some folder on your laptop. It may not be, in this case it's a document, it's a folder on the documents on my Windows computer, and it's called this is simply because it remembers I tried this right previously, so it remembers where I was the last time. But the first time you log in, it's probably some other folder here, I don't know, desktop or something. But you must now make sure you know where you are on your own laptop here. You can see there is a file tree here as well, starting with C:, users, then my username and so on. This may look different on different computers though. So you decide where you want your file to be on your local laptop. And now we can simply do as we did before. We open here and we can drag across like this. Copy the file. On a Mac, how do you do this on a Mac? Because this is a Windows, WinSCP is this software called, right? WinSCP. But on Mac you have SCP. So this is actually a copy of the... I don't have a Mac, but I made a search, here. I Google transfer files from Unix to Mac. You can try to Google exactly the same phrase. And then I saw that the first help sites I came to here were actually very good. So let's have a look at them. This one here. So someone asked, is there a way to transfer files directly from a Mac to another using only terminal? Right? And that's what you are using, right? The terminal. Perhaps using SSH, the person here asked. Yeah, because that's what you use when you log on to something else, right? And then I said, yes, you can use SCP, not SSH. SCP is the command. And here you can see how it's used. The first one here is if you want to transfer from your local to the host, to Orion. But you typically want to do the other way around, and that's what you see here. How do you do it? You type SCP, you open the terminal, of course, right? You type SCP, and then your username, bin310 blah blah blah, at, and then the remote login.orion.nbu.no, and then colon. Right? This colon is needed because after that you specify the file you want to transfer. And this will then be in my case it would look like the tilde, it's my home, right? Slash assignment1 folder slash assignment1.html file. There you have the whole sort of, this whole thing specifies the file you want to retrieve from Orion. And then you decide here where you put it on your local. In this case, the person here wants to have it on their desktop. And that's typically then tilde. You can see it's the same language on a Mac. It's the same language locally because Mac operating system is also a Unix system. And you can see under here, the syntax is the username at machine name colon file name, right? But you need, so that's what you copy from, and then you copy to. Notice SCP, it's almost the ordinary CP command, right? But this is secure shell copy. So you can try to do this, or I would say if you like this the look of this WinSCP very much, there is something similar called FileZilla or something, I think, for Mac. You can, which is sort of graphical, but this one I think will work.